You are here because you believe in the power of climate action. This is the Good News Show. From brilliant innovations to powerful policies, there's positive news coming in from all across the world. If we could just protect 1.2% of the Earth's land, we might be able to stop the extinction of some of the world's most endangered species. A new study found nearly 17,000 places across the world where conservation efforts could save unique animals and plants that are on the brink of disappearing. Now, this is an expensive affair. Saving all of these spots would cost about $263 billion. It's a lot of money, but it could help us slow down what's being called the sixth mass extinction, which many scientists say we're living through right now. The last time something like this happened was 66 million years ago when the dinosaurs went extinct. India is working on something really amazing, a solar-powered plane that can fly for up to 90 days without stopping. A smaller version has already been tested and flown for 10 hours straight. This plane, called a high-altitude platform, was developed by the National Aerospace Laboratories in Bengaluru. It's unmanned, flies super high at altitudes of about 17 to 20 kilometers and can stay in the air for months, powered entirely by the sun. The best part, it can help during conflicts by providing valuable intelligence and communication for the military. California is rolling out its first hydrogen-powered train, and it's a big win for clean energy. The train runs on hydrogen and batteries, so it only produces water vapor, no harmful emissions. California plans to invest more in hydrogen-powered transport to reach its carbon neutral goals. If this catches on, it could help reduce pollution nationwide. Scientists have found a very cool way to recycle rare metals from old batteries and electronics using bacteria. Researchers from the University of Edinburgh are using bacteria to pull out valuable metals like lithium and cobalt, which are essential for electric cars and wind turbines. Bacteria naturally grab onto and release these metals, making it a green and sustainable recycling method. Sweden is a great example of how you can cut emissions and still grow your economy. Since 1990, Sweden has reduced its emissions by 80% while doubling its economic growth. They've done this by investing early in renewable energy and using their natural resources like forests and hydropower. Instead of relying on fossil fuels, Sweden now uses biofuels for 97% of its heating. Strong government policies, including a very high carbon tax, have pushed both businesses and people in Sweden to go green. Much of the ocean floor across the world remains unknown territory, despite the best efforts of scientists. We still don't know what underwater habitats look like, what sorts of animals are down there, and what is the impact of human activity there. In Australia, researchers have found a cool way to explore the ocean floor. They are using sea lions with cameras on their backs. They attached video cameras to 8 Australian sea lions to map huge areas of the seafloor, diving up to 110 meters deep. Sea lions are great for this because they cover a lot of ground quickly and dive for food, spending a few minutes exploring different spots. Now, this new method helps researchers learn more about the habitats sea lions need and can help protect them, since their numbers have dropped by over 60% in the last 40 years. Everyone's talking about electric vehicles, but there's more to the future of green transport. Japan has shown that sustainable mobility isn't just about electric or gasoline engines. Enter Kawasaki's latest innovation, a hydrogen-powered motorcycle. Now, this bike is a game changer. Instead of using traditional fuels, it runs on hydrogen, which is cleaner and more futuristic. A new kind of battery could change the future of air travel. Made from carbon fiber, this battery is super strong and lightweight, and it's being called the world's strongest battery. It can actually be built into the structure of a vehicle, like an airplane. which could help cut down on weight and extend its range. This new battery could tackle some big problems in electric aviation, like the fact that the current batteries are much heavier than jet fuel. The technology might also help make electric cars more efficient by reducing their energy needs. India will soon have the world's largest floating solar plant. The Omkareshwar floating solar power project is being built in Madhya Pradesh in India. The project is expected to generate 600 megawatts of power. It will prevent 12 lakh metric tons of CO2 emissions every year. That is equivalent to planting 1.5 crore trees and reduce water evaporation by 70%, which is enough to meet the drinking water needs of Bhopal for 124 days. That's all for this week's Good News Show. See you next Friday at 8 p.m.